Hello everyone, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I welcome you all to this my online lecture. That is my online YouTube channel, Dr. S.G. Konda, E-Chemistry. I hope you are safe at home. Today we are going to solve very important MCQs on chemical kinetics with same explanation, which is of part 2nd of chemical kinetics. Before I start this lecture, I request to all the students and my well-wishers, please subscribe my channel and share my channel where I have uploaded the different videos for examination and the lectures which can be helpful for all the students. Okay, so let me start the second part of this MCQs on chemical kinetics. The first question, the rate of a reaction is, options are given, directly proportional to the concentrations of the reactants, inversely proportional to the concentration of reactants, directly proportional to the concentration of the products, and D, both A and B. Here we can solve the question very simply. The rate of a reaction here, whether it is directly proportional to the reactant concentration, inversely proportional to the concentration of the reactants, or directly proportional to the concentration of the products, both A and B. Here the answer of this question is directly proportional to the concentrations of the reactants. Let me see here. Already we studied in the factors affecting on a rate of a reaction. There are different factors we are studied. Temperature is there, concentration of the reactants, concentration of the products, even the effect of catalyst, particle size. So here you can see where the initially concentration of the reactants is very high, then rate of the reaction is very high. Therefore, the rate of a reaction is dependent on reactant concentrations. So therefore, rate of reaction is dependent on reactant concentration. It means that higher concentration at initially the rate of the reaction is high. Where the concentration is decreases, then the rate of reaction is also decreases. So it is observed that the rate of the reaction is directly proportional to the concentrations of the reactants. Therefore, the options, the right answer of this question, that is option number A. Okay, let me see for second question. Acid catalyzed ester hydrolysis is. Acid catalyzed ester hydrolysis is. Options are given. A, zero order reaction. B, pseudo first order reaction. C, second order reaction, and D, third order reaction. Okay, let me guess it. Very simple. The answer is, already we studied in the even in the theory, and we are also performed the practical on this experiment, that is acid catalyzed ester hydrolysis. Very simple. The answer of this question is pseudo first order reaction. Okay, let me see how it is. Pseudo first order reaction is there. Here we can see on the right hand side of this slide, there the reaction is written, that is ester hydrolysis. We can take any ester. For example, here I take methyl acetate, where methyl acetate plus H2O in presence of water, in presence of acid, that is H plus is taken, where it forms acetic acid plus methanol, which is the reaction, that is ester hydrolysis reaction of methyl acetate plus water in presence of H plus means that is nothing but there is HCl is taken. It forms acetic acid plus methanol, where we can see the order is equal to 1, the molecularity is equal to 2. How the order here? Actually, the whole reaction which is dependent on only the concentrations of methyl acetate, where the water is in excess quantity. Therefore, the concentration of water, it is immeasurable, means concentration of water, it cannot be measurable. Only the decrease in the concentration of methyl acetate is measurable. Therefore, in a rate equation, if you write the rate equation directly, the rate of this reaction is dependent on only on the concentration of the methyl acetate. Therefore, it is a first order reaction. Okay. Second, what is the molecularity of this reaction? Molecularity, if we can find the molecularity of this reaction, methyl acetate is a one molecule, water is a one molecule. Therefore, the molecularity of this reaction is the 2. But where in the options only there is a zero order reaction, pseudo first order reaction, second order reaction, third order reaction. How it is pseudo? It follows the pseudo. Therefore, for this reaction, order and the molecularity both are the different one. Order and the molecularity both are different one. Order equal to 1, molecularity equal to 2. Therefore, this is called as the pseudo first order reaction. Hence, the right answer of this question is pseudo first order reaction. Okay, let me go for third question. The unit of rate constant of zero order reaction. Very simple question. The unit of rate constant, that is K0 of a zero order reaction. What is the options are given? A, per second. B is the mole per liter per second. C is the mole per second. D is the liter per mole per second. The right answer of this question, that is the rate constant of zero order reaction, is the mole per liter per second. So here we can see the zero order reactions are always independent on the reactant concentrations. It is zero order reactions are independent on the reactant concentration, but we can write the rate constant for zero order reaction, that is K0 equal to x upon T. What is the x? X is the number of moles of products formed at a particular time, given by with respect to a particular time is there. Therefore, K0 is equal to x upon T. Here, what is the K0? K0 is the rate constant of zero order reaction. Now we can find the unit of this K0. How? X upon T. What is x is there? X is the number of molecules, the number of concentration of the product. Simply we can say concentrations of the product. What is the T? T is the time. We can calculate now unit. What is unit? Unit is equal to concentration upon time. Now how it can be calculated? That is unit of K0. Always concentration can be expressed in terms of moles per liter and time can be expressed in terms of the per second. Therefore, the correct answer, that is right answer of that is a rate constant of zero order reaction, that is unit of rate constant of zero order reaction is mole per liter per second. Okay, let me go for next question. The plot of log a minus x versus time t is a straight line with slope equal to. Here where we have to consider a graph, where the one plotting of a graph of log a minus x versus time t. Here where log a minus x should be considered on y axis, time t on x axis, where if we plot the both of log a minus x versus time t, where it is a straight line equation. And what is the slope equal to? Where the question asks what is the slope? Slope is equal to, where that is, if you consider, if you remember the plot of log a minus x versus time t, which is a first order reaction. So the answer of this question, that is options A, that is option C, minus K1 upon 2.303 is the right answer. Let me see how it is. It can be right answer, where in the right hand side we can see directly I put the graph where time is on x axis and log a minus x on y axis. Okay, if you plotted the graph, you will get the straight line equation. What is the question is asked? Question is that what is the slope? What is mean by slope? What is the value of the slope? Slope we can see here. Slope is equal to minus K1 upon 2.303. Okay, you have to remember it. Slope is equal to minus K1 upon 2.303, which is a first order reaction graph. There we can see the first order reaction graph is there. Sometimes the same question is asked. Keep it to remember. Sometimes the same graph is asked log a minus x versus time t, where it may be asked the intercept. Sometimes it may ask what is meant by intercept. Intercept also you have to remember, intercept is equal to log a. But in this question slope is asked. The plot of log a minus x versus time t is a straight line with slope is equal to minus K1 upon 2.303. Okay, let's go for another question. The rate constant of a first order reaction is 6.93 into 10 raised to minus 3 per minute. the time required for 50% of the reaction. Which is a problem is given, very simple. Rate constant of first order reaction is, means it is a rate constant first order reaction, it follows the first order reaction, 6.93 into 10 raised to minus 3 per minute. The time required for 50% of the reaction is, options are 0.693 minute, option B 6.93 minute, option C 10 minutes, option D 100 minutes. Very simple. This whole question is based on the half-life period of first order reaction. What is half-life? What is time required for 50%? The time required for 50% is nothing but the T half of that reaction. So let me answer of this question, that is 100 minutes. Answer of this question, that is option number D, 100 minutes. Here we can see we have the formula T half. What is the T half? That is, T half is nothing but time required for 50% of that reaction. Okay, T half is equal to 0.693 upon K1. What is K1? K1 is the rate constant. Already in the problem there is a K1 is given. Just we have to calculate the T half. So just put the values 0.693 upon 6.93 into 10 raised to minus 3. So you will get the time after calculating time equal to 100 minutes. Very simple calculations. Just you have to substitute the values of rate constant K1 in above formula, 0.693 upon K1, that is 0.693 upon 6.93 into 10 raised to minus 3. You will get the time, that is 100 minutes. That is time required for 50% of that reaction is nothing but the 100 minutes. Let me see next question. The activation energy in a chemical reaction is defined as, where the definition is given. What is activation of energy? Where the options are given: difference in average energies of reactants and the product, difference in average energies of reactant and the activated complex, difference in average energies of products and the activated complex, and the option number D, sum of the energies of reactants and the products. Okay, so the right answer of this question is difference in average energies of reactants and the activated complex. So how it can be explained? Very simple. Just in front of you there is energy profile diagram is there, that is on y-axis potential energy is there, on x-axis reaction coordinate. Already we are studied this energy profile diagram, we studied from our junior college level 11th standard. We have the on y-axis energy, x-axis reaction coordinate. Here we can see reactants, and from whenever the reactants are converted into the products by means of an activated complex, that is sometimes also known as the transition state or activated complex. What is the question is there? Activation energy. This is also called as the energy of activation. Keep it to be remember, where this activation of energy or energy of activation both are the same. Here it is the difference between the average energies of reactants to the activated complex. It is known as the EA, that is activation energy or energy of activation. It is known as the EA. Here we can see from the graph where the EA is actually, it is shown in the picture, EA is shown in the graph, where the energy between the reactants and the transition state or activated complex is called as the activation energy. Okay, let me go for another question. Let the rate equation be, rate is equal to K into concentration of A N1 power N1, concentration of B power N2, concentration of C power N3. The overall order of reaction is, very simple question. Already the rate equation is given, where the rate is equal to, for a particular general reaction, rate is given, rate is equal to rate constant K into concentration of A, molar concentration of A into power N1, molar concentration of B power N2, molar concentration of C power N3, where the overall order of reaction N is, options A N equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3, option B N equal to N1 plus N2 minus N3, option C N equal to N3 plus N2 minus N1, and option D N equal to N1 into N2 into N3. Where very simple, just which is dependent on the definition of order of a reaction. Already we studied the definition of order of reaction. Order of reaction is nothing but, where the correct answer of this question is, first try to understand N equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3, which is the option A. So how where the question which is dependent on, just we have to define the order of a reaction. The overall order of a reaction is the sum of the powers of the concentration of various reactants involved in a rate equation. Very simple. Here already the rate equation is given. Rate is equal to K into concentration of A power N1, concentration of B power N2, concentration of C power N3. Just what we have to do, we have to calculate the overall order. Just N is equal to, just you have to sum of the, just you have to add the powers of the concentrations of all the reactants involved in that rate equation. Okay, so that is N, it can be sum of the powers of concentrations of various reactants involved in the rate equation. So therefore, hence the order can be calculated N equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3. Hence the right answer of this question is option number A. Okay, let me go for another question. One more question dependent on the graph. The plot of log K versus 1 upon T. Log K versus 1 upon T. Here T is nothing but the temperature. Is a linear with slope is equal to, again slope we asked. What are the parameters are given? Log K versus 1 upon T. Here log K on y axis, 1 upon T on x axis. If we plot log K on y axis, 1 upon T on x axis, you will get one linear, that is straight line equation. Linear is nothing but this straight line equation you will get again, where slope is equal to, again slope we asked. This is the equation dependent on Arrhenius equation, where it is dependent on Arrhenius equation, where Arrhenius equation log K versus 1 upon T is there. So the right answer of this question is option number D, minus EA upon 2.303 R. Minus EA upon 2.303 R. Let me see here, where I directly put a graph which is of 1 upon T on x axis, log K on y axis. If you plot the graph of log K versus 1 upon T, you will get this straight line equation, that is linear equation. What is the question is asked? Question asked for the slope. What is meant by slope? Slope is equal to minus EA upon 2.303 R. You can see in the picture here already slope is given. Slope is equal to minus EA upon 2.303 R. So that is, sometimes this question may be asked in a two different way. Here you can calculate the what is meant by EA, energy of activation. What is EA is there? Same graph is plotted, but the question may be different. Here it can be asked EA equal to minus slope into 2.303 into R, or sometimes the same graph is given, only it can be asked as an intercept. But in this question, the present question, here it is asked as the slope. Slope is equal to minus EA upon 2.303 into R. Okay, let me go for next question. If a certain reaction proceed first order reaction, then the unit of rate constant is. Very simple. Already in the question, there are question is it is stated that hint is given. If a certain reaction proceed first order, then the unit of rate constant is per second. Option number B, mole per liter per second. Option number C, mole per second. Option number D, liter per mole per second. Very simple. This reaction is followed the first order reaction. So just we have to know the unit of rate constant of first order reaction. Okay, the answer is right answer option A, per second. Already we studied in the theory also. Already we studied in the part 1, that is unit of first order reaction, that is per second. Just only the question is twist only if already the reaction is proceed through first order reaction and the rate constant is asked for that reaction, that is first order. The option number A, that is per second, is the right answer. How? Very simple. Here we can say the rate constant of first order, that is K1, is equal to 2.303 upon T into log A upon A minus X. What is log A? Log A is the initial concentration. That is, A is the initial concentration. A minus X is the concentration at time T. Here the both concentration can be cancelled. Only the remaining 2.303 is a constant value. Only the time is remaining. That is unit equal to per time. How the time can be calculated? The time can be expressed in terms of second, that is unit of K1, that is unit of first order reaction, that is K1 is equal to per second. Okay, let me go for the last question of this second part today's lecture, that is the rate of the reaction can be expressed by Arrhenius equation. This is very important question. The rate of a reaction can be expressed by Arrhenius equation. Just we have to we should know the rate of a reaction. That is Arrhenius equation. It can be expressed rate of a reaction is equal to rate constant. Okay, so where the Arrhenius equation, just we should know the what is meant by Arrhenius equation. That is rate of a reaction is equal to rate constant is equal to, that is option number C, where you can see the different options are given. Option A, K equal to A E exponential minus EA upon R. B, K is equal to minus A into exponential minus T upon REA. Option number C, K is equal to A into exponential minus EA upon RT, and D is equal to K into A into, that is D is equal to K is equal to A into exponential RT upon EA. These are the options are given. So the right answer of this question is option number C, K is equal to A into exponential minus EA upon RT, where which is the right answer, which is a rate of a reaction is equal to rate constant with respect to the Arrhenius equation. According to the Arrhenius equation, here we can see K is equal to A into E minus EA upon RT. What is K? K is nothing but the rate of a reaction or rate constant. A is nothing but the Arrhenius constant. Very important. A is nothing but capital A, Arrhenius constant or frequency factor. EA is nothing but energy fluctuation. R is the gas constant and T is the temperature. So according to the Arrhenius equation, K is equal to, or K is nothing but the rate of reaction or rate constant is equal to A into E minus EA upon RT. So this is the option number C is the right answer. So with this, I think we very clearly understand the very important questions of these chemical kinetics. I hope with this you all are understand. Thank you for watching this lecture. Thank you so much.